I designed this car 14 years ago for hill climb use, and we've developed it and uprated ever since. And so it's a well-sorted, well-prepared machine. It is strong and will take a lot of abuse.
I've been interested in motorsport for a good while now, about the past 10 years really, as far as I can remember. A few of us bought a pro kart and did a few races with that. We still race it, small endurance races, 3 hours, 10 hours, occasional 24 hours if we're up to it. And I thought I want to get into something else basically, move a bit more of a challenge. Although the Formula 600 Championship is probably the best way to get into the lower formulas of motorsport because of the price. So I'm just trying now to raise a bit more cash to purchase one of these Super Formula 600 machines, really. The basic cost of the car is £18,000 pounds. I've managed to raise about 8-9 on my own. John and the Formula 600 team reckon we can run a championship on about 5,000 a year, so that's really, really helpful. I've approached various major companies. I work for British Airways. I've approached them. I don't know if they're going to help me out. Smaller companies, local companies where I live in London, I've tried to approach. Other sponsors haven't really had much luck on the sponsorship side, but I'm still trying. Yeah, I think one of the main problems is a lot of the major companies haven't heard about Formula 600, so they will be anxious basically to find out what's going on and know a bit more about the Formula before they get involved in helping us out. But once they do come along and see what goes on, what the car's like, what's involved, and what it really does, I think their impressions will change. Because it is a very good formula. It's good for the people entering motorsport, and I think it is going to be a challenge to the other lower formulas. It will be up there competing with them, so their impressions will change. Yeah. The car is a 600cc Honda engine, the bike engine which is quite different. But the idea has been around for quite a while. The idea has been there, but hasn't really been used in a formula, in a championship in any form. Uses the same 6-speed gearbox, and I suppose it reaches speeds of between 100 and 130, 140. So it goes some. The car weighs about 600 pounds, and that gives about 400 horsepower per tonne. That's really what I know, really. 0 to 60 times I'm not really quite sure of. It uses a 6-speed box, like I said before, sequential box, left-hand side, which is very easy to use. So for the first-time driver or first-time user, it's really an ideal situation to get involved with. So you get in the car, first time I got in it, I was in there straight away driving up and down. Got quite used to it very quickly. Really good fun.
I sort of come from a grassing background, which is basically an open wheel special with a GSXR 1100 in back. And basically I got approached and asked if I'd like to test out Formula 600, which is what I'm doing here today. As far as I know, I'm the only girl that's taking part in it so far, but hopefully there'll be a few more.
I started it in May, having had a discussion with Dudley Wood, who was looking for a formula to run his 2 boys in, who'd been racing cars, and he'd been to get a quote on using Vauxhall Junior, and he was rather shattered by the cost of it. We decided to try this car on a circuit, which I had done quite a bit of testing before on circuits, and he tried it. I was very surprised how well it went, and then we moved from there. We have a championship run by the British Racing Sports Car Club, and the first round is at Castle Combe on Easter Monday, and there are 12 rounds of the championship altogether on major British circuits. So next year she'll get a whole series.
The red one's almost got my name on it. All I need to raise is another 8K, and I'll be racing next year. So anybody out there wants to help me, feel free.